Breaking news that impacts the school year. The state wants all students and staff to wear masks. How that impacts you if you're vaccinated. And we now know exactly who experts say will need a third dose of the coronavirus vaccine. The vote just in from a CDC panel. Good afternoon, Andrew.
Hello there, Karen, and happy Friday. We have one more line of showers and storms moving through the area. Is it the last one? We'll take a look at Storm Tracker 4, and I've got your full weekend forecast with some relief. First at 4, Paula.
This is a place where bees banter and butterflies play. Oh, and by the way, it's right next to a busy street. It's part of a new national movement, the Urban Beekeeper Movement. I'll take you inside.
Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
Good afternoon, and we are following several breaking coronavirus stories. First at 4, we start with a strong push from the state for all students and teachers to wear masks when school returns. This afternoon, the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services issued updated recommendations. They say school districts should have mask mandates for everyone indoors, regardless of vaccination status. They're leaving it up to local health departments to work with districts on adopting the policies. They say this is a crucial step to keeping students in the classroom, and they want masks even in places where community spread may not be as high. The state is also pushing testing and is offering rapid tests for all pre-K through 12 schools, and they're asking districts to promote vaccinations for all staff and students 12 and older. The state's top doctor, Dr. Janae Khaldun, says this will keep students and teachers safe, including those who may not be vaccinated. Dr. Khaldun said, quote, MDHHS is issuing this guidance to help protect Michiganders of all ages. We continue to urge all eligible residents to get the safe and effective COVID-19 vaccine as soon as possible, as it is our best defense against the virus. Now, these new recommendations come as infections rise in Michigan and the Delta variant spreads across the country. In the past 2 days, Michigan added 3,127 new cases. That breaks down to just over 1,500 new cases a day. We lost another 29 lives. That pushed Michigan's death total to above 20,000 lives lost since the pandemic began. Also breaking, the CDC's vaccine advisory panel has voted in favor of allowing immune-compromised people to get a third dose of the COVID-19 vaccine. This comes after the FDA expanded the emergency use authorization for the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines late last night. Kimberly Gill in the newsroom with more on today's vote. Kim.
Yeah, hi, Karen. The independent panel of outside experts voted unanimously to support booster doses for people who have moderate to severely weakened immune systems. Some of the conditions that will qualify include those being actively treated for cancer, organ transplant recipients, stem cell transplant recipients, moderate or severe immunodeficiency syndromes, advanced or untreated HIV, and those receiving certain medications that suppress their immune systems. The panel cautioned there will still be people in these groups who do not sufficiently respond to a third dose.
My only concern about adding a third dose for the immunocompromised is the impression that our immunocompromised population will then be safe. I think the reality is they'll be safer, but still at an incredibly high risk for severe disease and death. And so I think there needs to be a fair amount of counseling and education that goes into this effort.
And the experts cautioned immune-compromised people still need to be cautious and recommend surrounding themselves with vaccinated people. Important to note, too, the authorization of a booster does not include people who received the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. We'll have much more on why that is and how this whole booster shot will roll out coming up on the news at 5. Karen, until then, we'll send it back to you.
All right. Thank you, Kim. Farmington Hills police are investigating a murder after a man is shot at his own home. It happened around 4 this morning on Concord Lane near 12 Mile and Drake Roads. Police say the 40-year-old was shot through his glass front door. He was taken to a nearby hospital where he died. Investigators are looking for a gray SUV with 2 people who were seen leaving the area. They don't believe the shooting was random. Tens of thousands of Metro Detroiters are on day 2 of no power as DTE works to get it restored by the end of the weekend. Right now, 225,000 DTE customers are still in the dark, and that means crews have restored power to more than half of the people left in the dark by 2 rounds of storms. There are 2,800 crews in the field right now. DTE hopes to have the power back on for 80% of customers by tomorrow night, the majority by Sunday night. We are getting some relief from the heat and humidity this weekend, and that is some good news for the thousands still without power, Andrew.
Exactly right, Karen. The relief cannot come soon enough, but fortunately it is here for most of us. There are some areas where some showers have returned. These showers, and yes, thunderstorms that you see right here, moving through parts of Monroe County, stretching into portions of Lenawee County, represent some heavy downpours, including these areas in red. You see some lightning strikes here as well. Winds not as high as they normally are if it's severe, so there's no severe weather here, but these downpours represent the leading edge of cooler, less humid air that is filtering into the area slowly. At last report, there was a shower and thunderstorm over at Metro Airport, but that's now long gone. 81 degrees, but a heat index of 84 instead of 90 degrees or more. So that's at least some relief. Similar in other parts of the area. While it's 81 over in Pontiac, some other areas are seeing heat indices in the upper 80s, but lower 80s and closer to the actual temperature. Another sign that relief is on the way. We'll talk about when those showers leave, because it'll be in a couple of hours. What's in store for tonight and your weekend coming up.
All right, thank you, Andrew. First at 4, we are on top of stories making headlines around the world, and we begin with a rapidly developing situation in Afghanistan. Today, the Taliban captured 2 major cities, including the country's second largest, and now control half of Afghanistan's provincial capitals. Kabul is one of just 2 major cities still under government control. The Pentagon is sending 3,000 U.S. troops to the airport there to get U.S. embassy staff out safely. This is all happening just 3 weeks before the deadline for a full U.S. troop withdrawal. The State Department says all Americans should get out of the country immediately. Now to Japan, where a tanker split in half and then started leaking oil. The freighter hit a reef, got stuck, and then cracked on Wednesday near the northeastern part of the country. A day later, the 40,000-ton tanker split, spilling oil into the sea. Authorities don't know how much oil spilled, but they say it is being controlled. The ship was transporting wood chips from Thailand. The 21 crew members were rescued. A local nonprofit is sparking a national movement that is a win-win. The group is getting people interested in beekeeping and also making neighborhoods more beautiful in the process. Paula Tutman joins us live from the Brightmoor community on the city's west side with all the buzz. Hi, Paula.
Hey there. And in fact, I'm going to walk gingerly by this plant because it's got a lot of bee activity and I'm in their house. But this is really, look at this. This is amazing. Do you see this butterfly right here? We've been watching this happen all day, and this is truly an oasis. But I think what's so incredible about it is where it is. I mean, take a look. There's a busy street right there, but then here you have this beautiful pollination garden. And if you think this is fantastic, well, you should be a bee. For the noble bumblebee, it is nirvana, beautiful lush sepals to bathe themselves in pollen, while nearby 2 butterflies go about the business of making baby butterflies. This lush paradise, part of a growing movement across the nation, founded by Detroit Hives, the national urban beekeeper movement.
So Detroit currently has well over 60,000 vacant lots. And a lot of these places may not be ideal to put a home, but it's great to place a pollinated garden, a butterfly garden, or a small vegetable garden that can support the conservation of pollinators, but also address food insecurity in our neighborhoods.
This is the Brightmoor community on Detroit's west side, and it's just one neighborhood that has growing green spaces. When dilapidated housing is taken down, what urban beekeepers do is reclaim those spaces with beauty, bees, and butterflies by planting flowers they love to cavort in.
The whole purpose of this is because this is a perennial propagator. So meaning that when these plants reach adult age, we'll be able to split these with the community. So that allows the bees to travel, because bees can fly up to 6 miles. That's 3 miles out and 3 miles back. So create an environment or a neighborhood where they can all visit the neighbors and help pollinate the flowers.
Paul lives half a block away.
I stay in my yard. That's how bad it looked, okay? I never walked up and down the street. That's how bad it looked. Now, when I'm in my vehicle, I'll slow down just to see what's going on here.
And the idea is growing.
In my yard, I have my pergola, I have my hummingbird feeder. I've tried to plant plants that will draw butterflies because that's one of my loves.
I was truly inspired by the work at Detroit Hives.
Dr. Marion Pearson, a pediatrician in Kansas City, Missouri, saw what Detroit Hives was doing in Detroit and did the same.
For sure in Kansas City, in the middle of the 64130 zip code, there are a lot of blighted properties, and there was a 6-lot space that had been vacant for 10 years where the houses were torn down, like in many cities. And we have been able to convert those 6 lots into an urban apiary.
It is proof that you don't need to raise bees as a dedicated beekeeper to raise bees.
We need these conversations going on in rural spaces, but in urban spaces like Kansas City, Missouri, too.
Okay, so the Detroit Hives organization does have hives on the property, but they're way over there. They're minding their business. Norman, you see that monarch right there? This is what you get. But what this really proves is you don't have to have hives. You don't have to be a dedicated beekeeper. You can just be interested in pollination and plant flowers about your property in order to be successful as a pollinator. See what I did there, Karen?
Oh, I know you love those little bee terms, but we love what's going on in that community. It's a great story. Thank you very much, Paula.
Yeah, it is. Thanks.
Well, are you following the impressive winning streak happening right now on Jeopardy? Man behind a 17-day streak just entered an elite class of contestants. Why he's now being compared to Ken Jennings and James Holzhauer. Just 2 days after school started, hundreds of students in one district are forced to quarantine due to COVID, where the outbreak is happening. But first, someone on a work Zoom call watches a coworker get shot and killed on camera. Police were surprised to find out who pulled the trigger.